Hey, so what's going on, guys? DigiDestin here, back in with another pickup video for you. I'm very excited about this one because there's a lot of things to show you. That being said, I do apologize for not releasing a video last week. If you didn't catch that little, that little hiccup there, I did have some things go on in my personal life and work life, and I'm finding it harder and harder to make videos each week just because of it. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to make an effort to do so. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and show off these pickups. One of them is thanks to my good friend Retro Edition Games, and I cannot wait to get into it. Alright, and for the most part, this video is going to be mostly handheld based, just because that's the majority of the things that I found this week. Is kind of the theme, mostly Game Boy stuff. But I do want to start off with some Valley Village finds. So I do have a Valley Village find here. This is a plushie. This is a Band Presto plushie. Ooh, I almost lost it there. Got this one for $2.99. $2.99, not bad. It's always fun finding plushies, especially if there's ones that you don't typically find in retail stores. I know Toys R Us used to carry a lot of them. Walmart had some plushies for Nintendo, but lately they don't have them that much anymore. So this is a fun little find here. I don't know where this game is from specifically, which Mario game it is from. So if you do know, please let me know, so I can educate myself a bit more. I'm guessing this is a little bit more of a recent thing. I just haven't played it. Or if it's from a retro thing, I just don't pay attention. So that's a cool little find there. The next find is also from Valley Village. We got this bag from for $2.99. Open this up, and we got this bag of toys mostly for one thing in here. It's got some other Surf's Up McDonald's toys, but this one is a McDonald's toy. Back from 2006, I believe. And this is a Mario Power Tennis little inflatable racket and tennis ball. I just thought it was cool because it's in the packaging. Never been opened, so this would be a cool little knick-knack to have. Kind of store away for nostalgia's sake, for history's sake. Alright, now that was it for Valley Village. We're going to move on to some packages that I've gotten recently. I got two of them here. First one is in a letter, and if you pay close attention to my videos, usually what a letter means is a patch or a pin, and that's exactly what this is. This is actually from Mad Sunshine Patch Company, and this one is actually very cool. This is kind of close to me, or near and dear to my heart. I mean, it's not super sentimental in the sense that I've been waiting for this for the longest time, but when I first came across Mad Sunshine Patch Company, I actually DM'd him and made a suggestion. I was like, hey, why don't you do this? And he's like, oh yeah, well that's a good idea. Maybe I'll do it in the future. And finally, it happened. So I think it was 2 or 3 years, and finally made this happen, and I'm very excited about it. But without talking about it too much, I'm going to open this up so you can actually know what it is instead of me just talking about it the entire time. Yeah, I'll just rip it open. That might be better. Rip it open. Okay, so we got the invoice. Always writes a nice little thank you note, which is awesome. So, this patch, dun, 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 if you can kind of see it, it is a Turtles in Time character select patch. So I have shown Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles patches before, especially from Mad Sunshine Patch Company, but this one specifically is Turtles in Time. It's huge. He already did the NES version, the 8-bit version, but this is the 16-bit version, and he plans on doing the other 3 Turtles so you can have a full set. And this is the suggestion that I made. I was like, hey, it'd be really cool for you to sell a set of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Time patches. Turtles in Time patches, I guess, based on the character select screen, and you can have a full set. I think it'd be very cool, and I just think it was awesome that he actually took the time to consider my idea and make it happen. And so you can get these at Mad Sunshine Patch Company. They are limited. I'll leave a link down below so you can get yours if you want it. Unfortunately, I don't have a coupon code or anything. That'd be cool, but I'm not that big of a YouTuber, but that's fine. I just think it's very cool that I can get involved with this kind of stuff and get it going and create stuff that I like. Not only that I like, but as well as other people. The next package is from Kickstarter, technically. There's probably been a lot of buzz in the retro community for this game just because it is a spiritual successor to a very iconic franchise. This is Bloodstained Ritual of the Night from FanGamer. So this was Kickstarted game, and it was produced and managed by Koji Igarashi. I believe that's his name, and he's basically the father of Castlevania games, most well known for Symphony of the Night. And he decided he wanted to create a new game that was like Castlevania, and he decided to go with Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. And so I saw on Kickstarter, I backed it years ago, and it finally came out. Limited Run did a physical version of Curse of the Moon, which was the 8-bit version stretch goal, but they finally released it in physical format. This one I did not get from the retail store or anything. You can find it in retail stores now, but this one is from Kickstarter. And I've been waiting for this for a long time. Ooh, that looks fancy right there. Got a little insert with some other products in it. And this is pretty cool. I actually didn't expect this. So it comes with a little sleeve. Nice holographic sleeve. It says Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. And then you look at the back. It says Bloodstained Campaign Backer. Very cool. Let's slide it up. I got it for Switch. That's cool. So I like that little sleeve. I like the fact that they did include it just so it can kind of, not that I want to separate myself from other Bloodstained owners, because I know that this game, or from what I heard, is an awesome game. I just like the little acknowledgement that, you know, I supported it from the very beginning, and it had been anticipating it since then. So this is the Switch version. It says, a game by Koji Igarashi. In Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, play as Miriam in the gothic horror side-scroller as she tries to save humanity and herself. And apparently it's multiplayer. 1 to 2 players on the same TV. That's very cool. So if you do like Symphony of the Night, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, please check out this game. I haven't played it yet, but I've heard only good things. But on top of that, I have played Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, which was the 8-bit platformer version, as a stretch goal. And that game was fantastic as a fan of Castlevania. And so if that game is any indication of how good this game could be, I'm very excited about this game. This game is going to be the bee's knees. So very cool. Very glad to add this to my Castlevania collection. So I'm excited about that. Moving on to the next couple finds. Next one I found on OfferUp, and this is something I've been looking for a while. It's a couple handhelds. First one is nothing too special. It's just a teal Game Boy Color. It's in okay shape. You know, it's a little dirty. It's missing the back. Batteries are taped in, but that's okay. You know, it works just fine. Either I can find somebody that does want it and has a battery pack, or I can use it as a custom. The next thing is the thing I've been looking for a while, and the reason why I bought this little bundle. It is a Game Boy Advance, but it is the Toys R Us exclusive Game Boy Advance. As you can see on the top of the screen there. I don't know if I can get it to focus just because of the screen is reflective. This is Toys R Us right there. So it came as, you know, a blue casing, Toys R Us on the screen. The condition of this Game Boy is not that great. It's pretty dirty. It needs some refurbishing. These sides I can replace in terms of you know, some extras I have. Same thing with the buttons. If I can find the right color, of course. And then There's some nicks on the case, and the screen is kind of scratched up, but either way, it's got the battery cover, which is probably the most important thing to me. Everything else is a cosmetic thing. I can deal with it and be patient until I can find a better condition. But I got both of these for 50 bucks. I'm very excited because I've been looking for this one for a while. I'm also looking for the Target Red Edition. And just it's red and just says Target. So this will hold me over. You know, it's not in perfect condition. I'd like a better condition one, but it was a pretty good deal for 25 bucks. This will hold me over for now because I grew up with Toys R Us. I love Toys R Us, and I just love Toys R Us exclusive things. But yeah, I'm very excited to have this in my collection, and I cannot wait to get the Target one, as well as probably a better condition Toys R Us one. So good finds there. All right, and the next find is our last find, or last couple finds, and it's from our buddy Retro Edition Games. So Retro Edition and I live in the same state, and we trade a lot. We're good friends, and we share booths at conventions and so on and so forth. He's a very awesome dude. Well, he came across this lot of handhelds, but all of them are in varying condition, either cosmetically or in terms of functionality. And so he decided to sell me this giant crate of Game Boys. So I think there's about 21 or so original DMGs, as well as Game Boy Colors, all varying color. Some of them work, some of them don't. Some of them have cosmetic issues, like this one. This one has the screen coming off. But since I'm not picking up as many games as of late, I do like fixing stuff, and I like tinkering. And so this is going to hold me over in terms of keeping myself busy in the hobby. So if I can't get them to work, I'll try to swap out parts to get one working. And if there's something wrong with the case, I can use them for customs. I got a whole drawer full of Game Boys now that I can work with and make customs and potentially use for giveaways. Just like this one. Like I gave away a Digidestin Games Game Boy Advance last Christmas. So very excited. Thank you to Retro Edition Games for all these Game Boys. Got a really good deal on all of them. And on top of that, he was able to throw in a couple games. So a couple Japanese Game Boy Advance games. And if you didn't know, Game Boy games in general are region free, so you can get Japanese ones and play them. First one is Super Mario Advance, Super Mario Bros. 2, or technically Super Mario USA for Japan. Apparently there's no difference in the game, really, other than the title screen that shows up in Japanese. And then the next game was actually a game I've been looking for. It's actually in my Game Boy Advance now. It's this game here. Probably can't read Japanese, or if you can, it should say Kuru Kuru Kururin. It's a mouthful. And this is a fun game in particular because I don't know if you can see, but you play like a duck or a bird-like character, and you're in this spaceship, and it's kind of like a puzzle game in the sense where you're in a spaceship. It's a top-down point of view. It's like a long stick type shape, and you had to find your way through windy boards as your ship rotates. It's kind of hard to explain. It's a very novel game. It's very fun, especially if you're into puzzle games. And I don't know, I've never played a game like it, but it's definitely fun, and there's one of the reasons why I wanted it. And it's like, these two games are the only two Japanese Game Boy games that I have because of how fun this game can be. So very excited about this game. Thank you to Retro Edition Games for all those Game Boys and those Game Boy Advance games. Glad to have those in my collection. But yeah, those were all my pickups for this week. A little long-winded, just because I had so much to talk about in terms of all of these pickups. All of them kind of had a story behind them, which was great. But yeah, if you did like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out some of my other videos. I have other pickups, tips and tricks, gameplays, as well as streams. And with that being said, we'll see you guys on the next one.